What's the worst part of being an entrepreneur? I am no spring chicken, whiz kid entrepreneur by any means, but when I begrudgingly reached the ripe old age of 55, I sat down and gave myself a good old talking to. It was a Saturday night, I remember that, because I had just finished eating my ballpark hot dogs on a bun for the third time that week, and was looking forward to my Sunday treat rotisserie chicken from H-E-B. The next day. The Texas sun was shining, but my bank balance was not looking too rosy. That could only mean one thing: the four-letter word work was looming on the horizon. So I totted up all the jobs that I had held since the tender age of 13. Over my lifetime, from age 13, I had been 1. A sales girl on the record counter at Woolworths in London 2. A sweeper upper at a hairdresser's in London 3. A waitress at the Grimy Plate and Spoon in Milton Keynes 4. A publicity assistant for a ball bearings company in Milton Keynes 5. A marketing assistant for Barbie and Talking Ken in Milton Keynes 6. A sales girl for Barbie, Talking Ken and Hot Wheels in London 7. An assistant real estate person in Malta 8. A director of operations for African vasectomies in London 9. A trainee nurse in Glasgow 10. A receptionist in a swanky resort club in Glasgow 11. A super-duper new sunscreen promotion girl in Edinburgh 12. An RN in Glasgow, Edinburgh, London and Cornwall 13. An agency nurse in London 14. A director of private elective surgeries in London 15. A marketing manager for a group of hospitals in London 16. A marketing manager for another group of hospitals in London 17. A sales girl in a health food store in Texas 18. A putter-upper of art in an art gallery in Texas 19. A take-the-money for workshops person in Texas 20. A manager of a campground in Texas 21. An assistant manager of a campground in Georgia 22. A picnic table scrubber in a campground in Colorado 23. A toilet cleaner in a campground in Arizona 24. A trash picker-upper in a campground in Wyoming 25. A window washer and restroom cleaner in a campground in Utah 26. A golf ball picker-upper at a golf course in Virginia Beach 27. An entertainment manager at a campground in Florida. The problem is I couldn't see any way of making an entrepreneurship out of any of those things. And I didn't want any more bosses dishing out the orders. Suddenly, flash of lightning, I came up with a bright idea. Why not sort out other people's trash? I had years of sorting under my belt, and it's the thing I love best. So Sort It Out was born. Business cards, advertisements, flyers, fancy folder, I was ready to go. I sorted out closets, garages, cupboards, kids' toy rooms, offices, bathrooms, kitchens, and once I sorted out a fish pond in somebody's back garden. I took all the plants out, repotted them, took out the fish, drained the pool, cleaned the pool, filled it up again, replaced the fish and plants, voila. Beautiful new pool. I must say I got pretty hot. At that job, lots of business rolling in. But, oh, no, it was getting bad on the knees, and the back, and the neck, and the feet. All that lifting, bending, reaching, climbing, not good for the nearly 60-year-old constitution. Finally, one very insistent woman called me out on a Sunday afternoon because she just had to have her Christmas decorations put back into the attic that very day. Well, I didn't normally work on Sundays, but did her a favor. There I was, up this ladder, knees creaking, hauling all these %% and and 6 Christmas decorations up through the hole in the ceiling into the attic when I stopped. One of the most common misconceptions about being an entrepreneur is that is easy. All people think is needed to become an entrepreneur is a vision and hard work. While this is absolutely true, there are many more things that compose the bigger picture. As with every business, being an entrepreneur is much harder than it seems. Although there are many great things about being an entrepreneur, such as the freedom to be your own boss, limitless income potential, and the ability to make your own decisions, there also are bad sides to this story. One of the worst things about being an entrepreneur is the stress. I know you are thinking, so what? Every job is stressful, but you do not even have the idea about the type of stress I am talking about. Unless you are an entrepreneur, you will never understand how stressful it is to be your own boss. It also is stressful to make every single decision about your work and company. The things that I just mentioned are good, unfortunately, contribute to the bad side as well. The limitless income potential is a great thing if you, in fact, make money. However, how much money you make is completely up to you, which means it is beyond stressful and tiring. Being an entrepreneur is far more stressful and more responsible than what you assume, believe me. Another really bad thing about entrepreneurship is that you are probably going to be alone for a long time. Why, you ask? Because you will be working double hours each week than anyone else you know. In the beginning, especially, you will not have the time to visit your family frequently. You will not have the time to casually drink beer with your friends. You will not have the time or energy to go to the movies, or play tennis, or whatever it is that you love doing. Nobody will understand you because the majority of people you know work for other people and do not see a point in sacrificing their free time. But, because you will work for yourself and you will know your success depends on you, you will make a lot of sacrifices, because it is for your own good. Which, is completely okay. Just do not lose yourself down the line by dedicating your whole life on work. Of course, you should sacrifice a year or 2, or even maybe 3, but please, learn when to stop. Otherwise, no success will ever make sense if you have to celebrate it alone. Bottom line is, there are a lot of bad things people do not tell you about entrepreneurship. And, for a very good reason. Because good things always outweigh the bad things, and that is everything that really matters. They are still there, but they will not matter when you succeed in your mission.